you little trolls. How you doing tonight on Cynthia Rudd, Miss Arkansas's page and my page? This is Comic Spot, and we got my sister. Take that, you racist biatches. My sister. And don't you even step to her because you'll have to go through me to get her. So anyway, I do this because my tagline is the veteran who's vetting veterans of comedy. And tonight we have that for you here, a veteran of comedy. I bow to you, my sister. You've been doing this for at least 30 years, 36, 31. What is it?
No, child, I ain't that old. 30. Excuse me 1 minute. I'm going to show you something. I'll be right back.
Okay, you got her. Let me see if I can sing and dance while she's busy. Let's read her sign. It says, Comedian Miss Arkansas and friends, lucky 50 comment.
People think I be just talking. I gave this to myself many years ago. And that was 23 years ago in 2012. So let them add that up. I've been doing it a very, very long time. This ain't just talking.
Wow.
So it's a certificate of achievement awarded to comedian Miss Arkansas the 7th day of May, 2012. 23 years ago. 23 years on that day, 2012. Now you add 8 more years. So it's almost 31. Well, it probably just turned 31 if it was May the 7th.
Whoa.
But, you know, a few of those years I ended up going away. No, not to the beach, not to the
okay.
You know, or not to lay up on the beach or nothing like that. I ended up getting in a little trouble, so I had to go away. And then when I got out, instead of being one of the worst criminals there is, I became one of the best comedians there is. So,
wow. I didn't know you went away.
I guess you could subtract like 3 years out of that if you would like, but even if you subtract it, it's still been a very long time.
Yes. Oh my gosh. I didn't know you had gone away.
Well, it's nothing I hide, you know. I pretty much tell it every time I feel led to be telling it. TMZ and none of the rest of them get to tell my story. I tell my own story.
That's it.
But like I said, you know, instead of being one of the worst criminals there is, I'm one of the best comedians there is. But the way things going nowadays, if they keep on doing what they doing out here, killing my brothers and sisters, I think I'm gonna turn from being a comedian to being a fighter. So I'm just praying, keeping God first, you know, so I won't have to go back that way.
Yes. I cannot believe, you know, like us white people like to be in denial until things get really bad about everything. And this is like, we act so shocked. But, you know, like the thing that I can't believe is I cannot believe in my lifetime of 69 stinking years, it hasn't gotten any better the way we treat people of color in America.
You know what I feel? First of all, not you. I'm not talking about you or none of my handful of white friends. Yeah. But the evil white people, I am talking about them. They hate us so much where it's like, say for instance, I use the president as an example. He hates the ground that Obama walks on, but he wanna be Obama. You know what I'm saying? Why you can't just come together and let that man teach you some of the stuff he know, help you, take you by his barbershop, have him to do your hair, you know, whatever it is you my thing is, it's enough for everybody.
Yes.
You know, so you ain't gotta be all greedy and stuff and don't want us to have ours. Cause at the end of the day, the good book says them that's last gonna be first and them that's considered first gonna be last. So if we've been considered last all these years, guess what? We finna be first. And then the table gonna turn. And I just pray my Black people or African American people don't turn evil like the whites. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Show them that we are different. That's why we are treated different.
You know, been doing a lot of thinking about what it would be like to be Black in America. And I sat here and I thought about, I don't know because I'm not Black. I have this, since birth, I have white privilege and didn't even know it, right? And I'm just out there being Karen, asking for a manager, and don't even know that's the epitome of white privilege. You know what I mean? That's how white privileged we are.
I feel like I got white privilege because at the end of the day, can't nobody tell me shit. Excuse my French. Only person I have to answer to is God. Yes. Other than God, I ain't got to answer to none of them. So I feel like I have white privilege too. You know what I'm saying?
Good.
And I'm not afraid of none because God said don't fear none. So I'm not afraid of none. And I feel I could take about 8 of them out. Help me when number 9 get in.
I wish that white people who are hateful would give up their white privilege for one day and have to live the life being Black in America for one day. Because Alonzo Bowden said something last week. He said, you know that you guys couldn't take this for one day, not one day.
But you know what I'm going to say? Ain't no damn white privilege. That's just a title y'all done put on it. You
really?
know what I'm saying? There ain't no white privilege. They just think they run everything and they just know how to print out all the money and steal it. You know, so that's why they got the privilege. They know how to steal stuff and scheme, and they know all the tricks and trades. It's not a privilege, it's a crime.
It is. You're right. Say it like, preach it. That was awesome.
But far as them officers, whether you in blue, like Reverend Sharpton said, whether you in blue jeans or blue uniform, if you commit a crime, you need to do the time.
That's right. Yeah.
And
yeah,
it ain't about black and white. We all are humans, you know? So that's what they got to come to realize. We all are humans. We're not, it ain't about being, like Michael Jackson said, it don't matter if you black or white. We are humans. And if I got a knife right now and cut my finger and then took that same knife and stabbed you, look, not cut your finger, but stabbed you. I'm just joking. But if we did like we did back in the school days, you know, saying that's how we together or something. But if I perk my finger and then perk yours, that blood gonna be red. It ain't gonna be black. It ain't gonna be white. It's gonna be red.
That's right.
You know, so I'm just sick of it myself because at the end of the day, I am a proud black woman. I ain't never in my 51 years of living wanted to be a white lady. You know, so I'm proud to be black. But what pisses me off is I got sons, 2 of them incarcerated. And then I have to say sometime how I wish, you know, not wish, but I'm thankful, even though they getting close to coming out of there. But at the same time, with all this going on, I'm thankful that they locked up and not covered up. And what I mean by covered up, I know if my boys was out here right now, they'll be right along with some of the rest of them fighting. They wouldn't be breaking into nothing because that ain't what they in prison for. But they will be fighting with their brothers, you know what I'm saying? So And a lot of people lose their lives like this. So I wouldn't want my kids to lose their life because they fighting for what we shouldn't have to even be fighting for.
That's right. That's right. So it's very depressing to go 69 years and not see any progress in how we treat Black people, people of color in America. It's very depressing. And so the only thing that helps me when something is depressing is to figure out one thing I can do myself to make it better.
And
so
what did you come up with?
When my daughter went to Renton High School, it's 98% Black students in Renton, Washington. I think that's that way. And so when she went there, she did not know how to relate to a person of color because she'd never seen one. So she went
to you had it in the class or something?
It was like Whiteville, you know?
Oh.
And so she went to this high school that none of the white people wanted their kids to go to. And they got all the sports equipment, all the school books, everything last. None of the teachers wanted to be there. And one day she came home crying, and a Black student had told her she was racist. And I said, why is that? And she said that she used the N-word. And I was like, oh, good Lord. She says, well, I went to the library and I looked up Black history. And in this antiquated book at the library, it used the N-word inappropriately. So my passion is going to be making sure that every library in any city that I live, and you know I travel with way too much, every city that I live in, I'm going to check every library, and I'm not giving up until they have the right history in the libraries.
Well, I appreciate that, but I'm just going to say if anybody I hear say the N word, they better be talking about a nickel. Because I'm here to tell you right now, this wig is tighter than a condom on my head. That's how hot I am about all of this. And you know, somebody sent me a video and it was showing Donald Trump supposedly been making fun of George Floyd, talking about he can't breathe. But I don't want to say that's Donald Trump because people got this technology now where they can make you say anything and make you look like anything. So I'm trying to wait and see if I'm gonna see that on the news, because if it was done for real, you better believe it's gonna be on CNN. So I'm not gonna just jump off the handle because somebody sent that to me. I gotta see it on CNN or one of them news stations, you know. But it's sad that he, as y'all leader of the Klan, he do things. A person in their right mind, when they do something, they do it because it needs to be done. Him, when he do something, he do it so his little followers and little demons can praise him. So he could be praised. That's why he do what he do, not because the America need it done. It's because he want to say Donald Trump did it. You know, he talking about how he made the economy the best in the world. And this, as far as I'm concerned, it's still messed up.
Totally.
One white lady was on the TV the other day saying how her little check, the unemployment check, she get one more, and she said the mortgage people telling her that she got to pay her mortgage, and then the little $600 they sending her, whatever, getting ready to end. She don't have no job. You know, it's a lot of people hurting because of what this man is doing. So a lot of people think he really doing something. At the same time, he ain't doing spit.
That's right. Yeah.
So get to my interview, because you about to make me mad up in here talking about all this other stuff.
Let's get on to Miss Arkansas, I assume you're from Arkansas. I know you are.
Born and raised.
I want to know.
I wish my president was still the president. Bill Clinton. They got rid of him because he wanted to get some head. A lot of these presidents done got more than some head. Leave that man alone. They should have left him in there. The world would be a better world.
He was treating people equally.
Right.
So you must be really proud of being from Arkansas to keep the name Miss Arkansas.
Well, I could have been Miss Las Vegas or Miss California or Miss St. Louis or Miss Texas, you know, but what other name should I represent? You know what I'm saying? I was born and raised there, and Little Rock is the capital of Arkansas. So it's not that I just represent Blytheville. I represent the whole state of Arkansas: Osceola, Luxor, Jonesboro, Turl, West Memphis, Arkansas, Little Rock, Arkansas, Hope, Marion. Don't make me name all of them. It's a whole lot of them right there together. So I represent all of that. And
What
when this
some...
pandemic over, I'm gonna go from Miss Arkansas to Miss All States.
There you go. Tell me some things about Arkansas that people don't know that they need to know about Arkansas.
If you go down there white as Linda, the mosquitoes gonna eat your ass up thinking you a nightlight. They don't play. That's all you need to know about Arkansas. Don't go down there playing with the mosquitoes. If you ain't got some kind of armor protection with stuff on, I ain't talking about no raid and off and all that. You gonna need something stronger than that for the mosquitoes down there. But overall, Arkansas is not a bad place. You know, everywhere you go in the world, you got bad people, but that don't mean the place is bad. So, you know, you got bad people all over the world. So,
well, people in Arkansas must work really hard, you know, in jobs that they have. And like, what kind of things does Arkansas produce and export? I know very little about Arkansas.
Well, you need to Google it because they don't work no harder than nobody else. You know what I'm saying? If they ain't working, it's because they choose not to work. You know, it's some down there that could be doing a little better than others, but at the same time, if they okay with it, I'm okay with it.
What kind of things have come out of Arkansas that you're proud of?
Me. Yes.
She just says that with a straight face.
Shit, I am me. Comedian Miss Arkansas. I represent them. I'm putting us back on the map. I'm gonna make sure everything is well down there. Whatever need fixing, God give me the strength. I'm gonna fix it.
That's amazing.
I'm gonna be their mayor.
Okay.
Yes, I ain't gonna be no comedian the rest of my life. I'm gonna be a mayor.
You
speak it into existence.
I love that. I'll move to Arkansas and vote for you. And then when you get in office,
I ain't gonna need no voting. I'm just gonna sign the paper and I'm just gonna go in the office. They ain't gonna even need no voting. They gonna just let me in there. Cause that's how much pull I'm already halfway there. I get the rest of my little power. That's I'm gonna do like Donald Trump. I'm just gonna go in there.
I think it would be
He didn't need no votes for real. All he had was some money.
We don't have any comedians that are in office. I think that would be amazing to have a comedian.
Honey, I would be the perfect one because a lot of stuff that's going on wouldn't go on with me in that office. I wouldn't care who I'd be just like him. I wouldn't care who I had to fire and get rid of. And I wouldn't care what race it is. You're getting out of here.
Yeah, based on your actions, and not your color.
You gotta kill if you're gonna kill a snake, you gotta take the head off first. So I would go from the head on down to the tail. I ain't no
Get rid of the corruption.
And if we were doing interviews, I'm just gonna keep it real with you because I've been keeping it real with you since I met you.
Yes, you have.
I go through all the black applications first. and see which one of my people are qualified for the job. And then if some of them don't fit it, then I go over there in my white pile. Matter of fact, I ain't going to my white pile yet. I'm going to my Latino pile. They pile gonna come before the white pile. Matter of fact, they gonna be mixed in there with my people. You hear me? That just like I told them, if Donald Trump had built that wall and sent them over there, I was going with them. That's 98% of my support, the Latinos.
Yep. Absolutely.
So they know I ain't gonna build no wall. They know I ain't gonna send them nowhere. So they gonna vote for me and get me in there. If don't nobody vote and get me in there. So
that's amazing.
Come on, lady, ask me something about something else about the comedy or something now. I'm telling you, you made my eyebrows stand up like the St. Louis Arch.
Getting to it. You just hold on your horses.
Look, you done made my eyebrows stand up like the St. Louis Arch. You better come.
What was the first time you did comedy? You told me before, but I got to tell you, I forgot.
I've been doing it in school, at home, because my mother had 10 of us, you know, always entertaining the family. And shout out to my sis, Stacy Caradine from Talk of Town hair salon. Her and my niece Gwen, we had a talent show. So, you know, that opened a door for me. But the one that really gave me my break was Cookie, Simply Cookie, Cookie Hall. She was on tour with Cat Williams. Cookie had a comedy room in Moreno Valley called Cheers. And she gave me my 5 minutes on stage. And when I saw how the people responded, I didn't quit. I just got greater. So shout out to Cookie.
That's amazing. Good job, Cookie.
Yes.
Good job. What's the favorite thing you did in comedy that you'll never forget? Besides me.
Had a baby. A baby back rib. No, one of the favorites. I done had a whole lot of awesome moments, but shout out to comedian Ricky Smiley. 2007, I performed in front of over 10,000 people with him at a place called Firewater in Texas, Dallas, Texas.
What was that like?
Hold up, make sure we ain't freezing. It was a moment to never forget, you know, and what I loved about it, I even got a video to prove it. You know, when I talk, I talk. I don't just be talking to hear myself talk. It's facts. But a lot of them people stood up, and I felt that those that did stand up wasn't able to stand up. So it was a moment to remember. And he came on the stage when I got done and talked to me and was joking with me. It was a moment to remember. Mm-hmm. And my biggest moment was May the 11th of last year, when the Academy Award winner Monique took me to the Apollo in Harlem, New York. Yeah. I had been trying to get in the Apollo almost 30 years on amateur night, and they act like I wasn't nobody. But the God I served said I wasn't no amateur, so I was blessed to be there with Monique. And when I tell you all 3 levels of those people went crazy over Miss Arkansas, I knew they weren't gonna boo me if I went to amateur night. But but that's a moment I will never forget, and I'll be forever grateful for her.
Yes, I can't imagine what that must have felt like. You must have been so elated. I don't think you would have been nervous. I think you would have just been so grateful that you were going to be doing it.
Well, you know what, sister? I don't be nervous no way, because every time I get ready to do a show, you know, I might seem like I'm going through here talking to everybody or whatever, but even if I do that, I still get to myself and say me a prayer. And I ask God to allow those people to receive me and allow me to receive those people. Because sometimes it be us, sometimes it be them. But long as I say my prayer before I go, I already know everything gonna be all right. Long as I go to him first. So I don't fear. They ask me, do I ever get nervous? I say, yeah, when I think they ain't got my money. That's what make me nervous, not getting up there in front of people, because I'm a people person. I love people. I love talking to people, you know? So I'm not afraid of them.
I've seen your comedy a lot. And what I appreciate about her comedy is that you know who you are and you stay in your lane. You are who you are authentic, and your jokes are tight, meaning that she's not wasting words. And it's in your style. You're not trying to be nothing but what you are. And that just, when somebody sings and they sound like clear as a bell, like Lionel Richie, he sounds like clear as a bell when he sings. And when
Right.
you do comedy, it's clear as a bell.
Well, you know what, sister? I ain't got time trying to be nobody else. You know, when my mama had me, it was twins, but my daddy ate the other one. So that means it wasn't but one of me. I didn't need nobody else, you know? And my other sisters, they ain't no comedians. So if they was, then we'll tag team. You know what I'm saying? So it's me against the world. That's how I feel. So I don't trip. And then they be thinking I had just started dressing like that. I used to dress like that from the age of 13 all the way up until now, because I used to shoplift, and when I stole the best.
Me too.
You know what I'm saying? And I used to go home with 5 big hefty trash bags full of stuff. 3 be for me and my children, the other 2 be for sale. And one time I'll never forget it. I saw an outfit that I wanted, and when I wanted something, I got it. And I still get it, but I just don't take it now. You know what I'm saying? But I saw this little mannequin. She had the outfit on. I searched that whole store trying to find that outfit. I couldn't find it nowhere. The little lady, she trying to help me. So I lost her, and I made my way back to that mannequin. I flipped that mannequin over and took that outfit and left her little white ass standing in that corner naked. But I'm so thankful to say on today, I haven't put my hand on nobody's stuff over 20 some years now. And when I was shoplifting, I never took from nobody. I took from them stores. I didn't never take nothing out of nobody's house, they purse, they car, out of their mouth. I took it from them stores. But like I said, it's been over 20 some years. I haven't put my hand on nothing that don't belongs to me.
The last time I shoplifted, it was in like 1969, because I had.
That was 51 years ago.
Yeah. I stole so much stuff. I almost turned the local store into a nonprofit just by myself.
You can go steal something that ain't gonna do nothing to you.
Yeah.
Me and you go in the mall, I'm gonna show you what I want and you get it. And then bring it on out the store.
Totally.
I'm not going in there and get it. I'm gonna point it out and show you what to get. They ain't gonna do nothing to you. Nope. Tell them about that time we was at the bank. They were gonna lock me and Kevin up. They weren't gonna lock you up. They were gonna think me and Kevin had kidnapped you.
They were circling that bank drive-through because there were 2 people of color with a white person. Like, what's that about? In a bank drive-through?
We up under the drive-through trying to do some comedy. She got her little boom box and microphone plugged to the socket right there by the window where the money shoot down. Me, her, and Kevin, it's cold. She says for the veteran. Every time somebody pull up, I get excited, say, oh, here comes somebody coming to see us. One man said, get the hell out the way so we can get some money. I said, oh, Lord Jesus. But even though when we tell that story, what I love about that story the most, Linda, Even though didn't no one show up, you still paid me and Kevin what you said you was gonna pay us. And we still did our comedy, me, you, and Kevin.
I learned
with each
more from
other,
you.
you know?
I learned more from you and Kevin about my comedy that day than I have in 3 other years of comedy.
Wow.
That one-on-one, and you were sitting there listening to my comedy and giving me feedback. And I was so nervous to do my comedy in front of you.
Right. No.
And I sort of did it, but it got me over that fear, to just do it in front of you
Right.
guys. And, like I wasn't any further along than I was. So that was the best I could do at the time.
You right. And you did an awesome job. You just needed to work on a little this and change a little that. But you did it. You didn't be like some of the comedians. They said, oh, she thinks she know everything. It's not that we know everything. We just have been through a lot. And we try to share so you won't have to go through what we done been through. It's not that we know everything. We still learning too,
Yeah. I had tried to get the comedy show for Kevin and Miss Arkansas into this Sun City Civic Center in Menifee, Sun City, California. And they found out that there were 2 people of color on the bill. That's the true story. So they put
I wish you would have
kibosh.
told me way before now, because I would have did something about it.
Yeah.
And what they failed to realize, them 2 people of color were going to be funny as hell, and they were going to be funnier than everybody that they had that wasn't of color on the bill.
And I wanted to rock it on the parking lot right outside on the kitty corner from where their stuff was. I wanted everybody in town to come there and flip off the Sun City Civic Center and their racism, but we had fun.
Well, honey, let me tell you, it didn't hurt us to not be there.
No.
I ain't heard Kevin is a very good friend of mine. I ain't heard him say that place nail time, so it ain't bothering him. You know what I'm saying? And I feel when people don't want somebody, that be their loss, not your loss.
It's true.
And sometimes God will he'll close the door he don't want you to enter, and he'll open a door that you can enter. But what I love about it, if he closed one, can't no man open it. And if he open it, can't no man close it.
There we go. That's right.
So thank you for trying. But if you gotta figure out if the blacks can come in with you, don't invite me. I remember one time one of my friends invited me to an all-white party. And I put on my white nice outfit, because us as black people or African American, when you say an all white party, that means everybody gonna be in there dressed in all white. I go strolling up in there. It was actually all white people. And it was Halloween. I never forget it. And they had ghosts and goblins and all kind of stuff swinging from the air. And I spotted this one ghost, and he had a black face. And I told him, I say, I feel good now. I see I ain't the only black person in here. And I pointed at that ghost, and them people went food, and they loved everything I said and did. And they showed me so much love. They didn't see no color. They saw funny. They saw love. They had love. And oh my God, it was just so amazing. And I didn't freak out and lose my mind when I walked in there and saw all of them either, because I felt that it wasn't going to be nothing but these jokes going to be told, and I was going to get out of there before one of them get drunk and think they get ready to hang me or slang me. So, but then, like I say, when I got in there and saw all that love that them people were pouring on me, all that old crazy stuff just went on out the window,
Laughter and comedy, it can transcend all kinds of problems. It can heal people. It can cover a multitude of, it's not biblical to say this, but it covers a multitude of sins because it's based in love, when it's based in love.
Right.
You know,
so you talk about the white privilege and this and that and that. What did you think about that officer with his knee on that man's neck? What is your true feeling about that?
if he was my son, I'd kill him. That's what should happen. I mean, he deserves to die. He deserves the electric chair. Doesn't deserve, I don't know that he even deserves a trial. Also, okay, he gets a trial in America, but the look in his eyes with that deer in the headlight of no conscience, there's no conscience in his eyes. He could care less.
Well, you know what's gonna happen, and it never fails. Soon as they go in there, they gonna have their little protection, protecting the, you know, have them in the hole or whatever. But a lot of those black guys that they done had locked up for many years and ain't going nowhere unless God let them out of there, and they ain't got nothing to lose. Guess what? They gonna get there. They ain't just gonna go in there and lay down and have coffee and donuts. You better believe that. Everybody got somebody somewhere. You know, a lot of us just trying very hard not to use our last little little, I don't know what to call it, but we just trying very hard not to go there. And we've been praying and we've been crying and we've been pushing stuff under the rugs and we've been closing our eyes to things that we shouldn't close them to, and all of that then came to an end.
Yeah.
Ain't no more of that.
Nope. And I hope that we never stop fighting until things are equal and stay equal for 400 more years.
Well, you know what, my sister, it ain't gonna be equal. We taking over. You
Okay,
put that on your interview. Ain't no equal. Y'all done had y'all time. It ain't y'all time no more.
You know, I would trade in all my white.
Thank God you my friend, and that way I'll look out for you. But ain't no more.
I would
ain't no
trade.
equal.
It's
sick. Our time.
I'm sick and tired of being treated better. I would trade in all my white chips for people of color to be treated.
Well, you might be treated better than some of them, but you ain't being treated better than me. I'm good. I don't need none of y'all. You hear me? And like I say, I'm eating. I got a roof over my head. My bank account don't have a whole lot of zeros yet, but it ain't at no negative zero. So
no, but you know what I mean. I don't.
No, I don't know what the hell you mean.
Well, see, the thing that I'm trying to get across is
the thing I'm trying to get across is I wouldn't care what color your damn hair is. You ain't better than nobody.
Exactly. And it makes me
get that out your little mind.
It makes
out we. You gonna make me think you one of his followers in a minute now. You gonna have to cut that shit out.
You're not listening to me.
I am listening. Go and say what you're saying.
No, you're not. Now, what I don't like, what makes me sad is when I get treated better than somebody else because of the different color of their skin.
Who treating you better?
Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Like you just said a minute ago, I can go in and shoplift for you because nobody's going to
tell you something, Linda. I said that. And that might have been true a while back, but you take your ass in there stealing right now, guess what? They gonna lock you up and you gonna be in the laundry room folding some damn laundry because you at that age now, they ain't gonna put you out on the field and cut no grass or nothing like that. But you gonna be in that laundry room folding some clothes. You going your ass to jail. I don't care what color you is. Go in there stealing. You want to try it tomorrow? And if they lock you up, I promise I'll call one of these bondsmen and get you out just for the test. But you're going to have to go to court and fight it for yourself. But I'll show you tomorrow that they'll lock you up.
I don't want to be treated better than anybody else of any color.
Get
I
that
don't.
shit out your head. You are not being treated better than anybody else.
I think though there's still people that treat white people unfairly better than they treat Mexicans, Asians, blacks.
At the end of the day, a lot of people look at a lot of y'all like just some trailer trash or
Totally.
you know what I'm saying? They don't put y'all on, they don't put all y'all on no high pedestal.
No, I don't
They
mean a
might
pedestal.
put Bianca whatever, Donald Trump wife or somebody like that, but they don't look at you guys like y'all all that. I know I don't.
I'm
I just
saying,
look at you as Linda. I don't look at nothing
right,
special about you. I don't
that's
look at
what I
you as
mean.
you rich or you this and you that.
That's
I
why
don't see you in no six floor mansion. You
that's
know what I'm
why
saying?
that's why you and I get along, is because you don't see me
Right.
as my color or any better. And I don't see myself as any better than you. But there are people who are white in America that see other whites as better than any
Oh yeah,
other
whites
color.
gonna always see they other race better or whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's like us as blacks. 9 out of 10, we gonna always feel our people are better. You know, some of us might feel like the other black one ain't, but when it comes to being against somebody else, they gonna always stand for their own. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, your people might think that, but you better believe my people and some more people don't think that.
We are not better. And that
No,
thinking
he ain't better.
that needs to stop. Everywhere we go, when we see that,
All of our shit go down the same drain.
that's it.
You know
When
what
I
I'm saying? If you eat fish eggs and fish eyes, that's on you. I don't eat that. So that don't make you better than me. I don't choose to eat that. If
when
you
I
want to
go up
eat
to
a
a
bat
when
and
I
eat a cat and a dog and a rat, that's your prerogative. I don't eat that stuff. So if what you eat gonna make you better than me, you'll just be better than me because there's a lot of stuff I don't eat.
none of us are any better than
And you can
anybody else.
have 5 cars that don't make you better than me because every day I wake up, I thank God for my legs. And honey, these legs of mine, I can get out walking, and you better believe 35 cars gonna be blowed and tried to give me a ride.
That's the thing that
Yeah, that's the thing. So let's get out there on Las Vegas Boulevard tomorrow and see how many cars go toot toot at me and toot toot at you, and see who is what.
I would like to call everybody on their racism. I would like to do
Call it out on the real. All joking aside, you know, my thing is, like I say, I got much love for you. You know, and not only you, my older sister is married to a white man, and that white man been in our family long as I can remember. And I don't treat him no different. He don't treat us no different. My brother is married to a white lady, got kids by her, you know, and they don't treat us no different, and we don't treat them no different. So they ain't looking at no black and white, because if they was, they wouldn't have never slept with the brother or the sister. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't everybody. It's just a good portion of y'all that's racist and evil and ooh, and God needs to just do like he did 2,000 years ago, just wipe you on off the earth and start it over or something. But if he don't never get rid of you, at the end of the day, you ain't gonna run me. And like I told them, you can do like they do over cross seas, go on, chop my head off. Because at the end of the day, I'm not going to never let, if I call you master, it's going to be a master card, MasterCard, Visa, or one of them. It sure in the hell ain't going to be no master. Can I cook for you? A master, can I run you some bath water? If I run you some bath water, you better believe your ass ain't going to get out of it. And if I cook you a sweet potato pie, you better believe it's gonna be your last pie. That ain't funny shit. I'm for real.
I know you are, but you know it's funny.
I'm just saying, we supposed to be having a good. You supposed to told me when you said come on here that what this was gonna be about.
We didn't know where the conversation was. We're both entering into the conversation equally. We didn't know where it was going to go. There's a lot of hot.
No, it's all good. This needs to be brought out. This needs to be told. That's just like Mr. George Floyd. Ain't no way in the world that man should have had to lose his life to become famous. And yeah, he famous. His name and signs and stuff is all over the world. So that makes him famous. He bigger than some of these celebrities right now. So my thing is that man shouldn't have had to lose his life to get that.
And how many other people of color have died for no reason at all, and their names have never been on the news?
Well, I won't say it wasn't for no reason. Some do things just like it's a lot of white people. That's the difference between us. We get in trouble, we do this, we do that, and then we gonna do our little time. But the white ones, when they get in trouble, whatever, they gotta go shoot up the place, they gotta go kill mom, they gotta go do all kinds of stuff. So it's a big difference between us. You know what I'm saying? We think different, we act different, we are different. We one as humans, but we are different in race.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yep. Well, in the pandemic that's happened, what have you learned about Miss Arkansas, your new puppy, what you want to do differently in your life? What are your goals I know you want to be the mayor in your hometown. Anything else that's come up as something that you're shooting for after all this nonsense? And
well, God have blessed me where I've had my own podcast on Zoom for 10 weeks now, zooming through the pandemic with comedian Miss Arkansas. And zooming don't mean going fast. It just means we're going through this together. So I've been doing that 10 weeks now and been interviewing some amazing people. And to be honest with you, I don't know about being a mayor, but I do see myself with my own TV show.
Yes.
So I'm speaking that into existence. And far as my puppy, the broom sweeper picker upper, the mop picker upper and all that. I found out that I'm a shit picker upper because I've been going outside, he won't use it in the house. I'm thankful for that. But I'm not one of them nasty pet owners that just let their dog poop outside and don't get it up. That's another thing y'all do with your privilege. You let your dog shit everywhere and don't get it up. So tell your people to stop that too.
That's true.
That's
so true.
I be want to get their dog mess and take it down there and put it in their yard. Don't be bringing your dog down here to use it if you can't pick it up. Yeah. If I pick my dog poop up, you pick your dog poop up.
Exactly.
But I just been, far as myself, I don't feel there's nothing I need to work on. I already done gave up drugs and alcohol and stealing and I ain't laid with no dogs and got up with fleas. So I don't feel like it's nothing I need to change for real. So I'm gonna act like I'm in the rehab and take one day at a time and live my life as if it's the last day by not letting nothing stress me out, depress me, or get me all bent out of shape for real. I'm just gonna do me. I'm gonna wake up every morning, wash my tail, and if I don't want to wear my real hair, I'm gonna throw me a wig on and get cute like I'm still going somewhere. If I don't go nowhere but out on the balcony, I'm going somewhere.
Now, not too long ago, you were on TV being interviewed by that really big interview lady here in Vegas.
What was her name?
It's like Pignon or something. I can't remember her name.
I wish you had told me. I would have looked her up. But yes,
The morning talk show where you sit on that great big couch.
Yes, we was at the Pepper Mill. But yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yes, I've been trying to get an interview with her for many years, and we never could catch up with each other. And then when she found out I was here in Vegas, that's one white lady that contacted me. You know what I'm saying? So yes, I did an interview with her. And tomorrow, I like saying if God say the same, because you don't know what's going to happen today, let alone tomorrow. But if God say the same, tomorrow I'll be doing a taping for It's Just Comedy. That's a big internet thing that's going on with some real big comedians, hosted by comedian talent out of New York. So I'll be filming for that tomorrow morning after I drop my son off and see him off. My son, I can call him my son, my grandson in the morning after I see him off tomorrow. He going back to Arkansas. So I'm praying for safe travels for him.
Is he driving or flying?
Yeah, he 14. He ain't driving from no Vegas to no Arkansas. He gonna fly.
All righty.
And what I'm thankful he ain't scared. He flew here and he wasn't afraid, and he gonna fly back. And like I say, I just asked for safe travels. And praise God, he passed to his next grade, and his football coach been reaching out to him every other day concerning another position that they want him to play. Wow. But he amazing in all areas. So I'm just excited that, you know, it ain't like he just going back home to just chill. He going back to get back on that football field. That way, when he come back to Vegas, his grandmama being hooked up with one of the Raiders, and I can get him on the Raiders team.
Wow, that'll be great.
And guess what color the Raider gonna be, Linda? Black. A white one. I'll put on my long wig. They like long hair on a black woman. So I'm gonna put on my long wig and I'm gonna go get me a Raider. I might get Mr. Mark or whatever his name, the owner of the team. Go big or stay home.
Yeah. Now you've done so many things in your years, your decades of comedy. What is something that you've not yet done that you would love to do before you hang up your microphone? Is that a good question?
I already did it before. I need to do it again, you know, go on my own tour. Miss Arkansas, it was Miss Arkansas and Friends, and then everybody started stealing and Friends. So now it's Miss Arkansas and Real Friends, because everybody I call on is really my friend. So it'll be Miss Arkansas and Real Friends. So once this is over, I'm not talking about halfway over. Once it's over, then I'll call on some of my friends that's able to travel, and we'll just make it happen. So going on tour again, I got a few people that say they got some things for me, but I learned over these years that you can't share. You have to wait until it happens, because everybody that say they happy for you ain't happy for you. And a lot of them, if they can, people like, say for instance, that's the ladder. Long as you right here, they okay. But if you start going up, they want you back down there. They don't even want you back right here. They want you down there. So my thing is, if you got something getting ready to happen for you, the best thing to do is keep it between you and the Lord. Unless you got one or two real good friends that's been your friend since grade school, or at least 20 years, tell them about it. Other than that, keep it to yourself. Don't let your eggs out the basket until they hatch. So
Amen.
like I said, if God say the same, I got a lot getting ready to happen for me. And it's been a long time coming. But my mother used to always say, God's timing ain't your timing. So 30 years to me is like 30 seconds to him. So I'm just thankful I didn't have to sell my soul, my goal, or my whole to say I made it, you know?
Amen.
So.
That's beautiful. I'm so happy for you that you have some wonderful things coming up. I can't wait.
Oh, honey. Well, you know what though, Linda? A bishop told me last year. He said, God is getting ready to do you like a rocket. He said, you getting ready to skyrocket. He said, you know how part of that rocket fall off into the ocean? He said, those gonna be the people God ain't gonna allow to go with you where you going. So I'm excited because when they call themselves getting mad at me or getting a little attitude, let them go on. There's less people I got to take on the red carpet with me. There's less people I got to give my money to. There's less people I got to have in my circle that's going to put knives in my back. You know what I'm saying? Or try to tell my business to TMZ. There's just less people. So if you fall out, fall all the way out.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yep.
I can't wait to hear what happens to Miss Arkansas. I can't wait because you deserve.
Well, as long as you're alive and well and I'm alive and well, you know what I'm saying? You will hear about it because you'll still be in my circle. You'll still be considered my friend unless you do something foolish or stupid with the rest of your people. Other than that,
I'm not.
then you still gonna be close like a hand and a glove, you know?
I have never been more sorry that I am white. I am not.
Don't never be sorry that you white. You know,
Are you kidding me? I am
if
so
God
sorry
wanted
I'm
you to
white.
be another color, Linda, he would have made you another
No,
color.
I don't want to be a different color. I'm just sorry that I'm the same color as so many racist people.
Well, you know, you can go down to Home Depot, Office Depot or one of them depots and get you a can of paint. They got brown, they got light brown, they got jet black, they got blue, pink, red, green. They got paint. Any color you want. You could be like the little gold man that's standing down there on Fremont. You can paint yourself gold if you want to.
I wish that God would spray us with something that would make us all seeing impaired, so where we couldn't
No,
see.
don't you wish no shit like that on me. Lord forgive me. Don't you wish nothing like that on me. Don't bother my eyes. I already need my glasses.
When are we gonna quit seeing people for the color of their freaking skin?
I don't know when you gonna stop, but right now, me personally, I don't see people as no white or black or Latino or Asian or African or none of that stuff. My mother used to say, you treat people the way you want to be treated. And that's the rule, and that's how I live. And if you mistreat me, guess what? A part of me, it just ain't gonna fool with you. I'm not gonna mistreat you, but I'm not gonna deal with you. You know what I'm saying? The old me would have mistreated you and did some stuff to you. But the new me, I just won't fool with you.
Yep.
You know, but if you love me, I love you. But I ain't gonna give like we used to say when we were growing up, kissing asses is out of order. You kiss mine, I give you a quarter. So but you know, like I say, it ain't if we put our filter on black and white, we all will be black and white. You know, you gotta stop looking at it that way because it's hurting so many people, not just the black people. You know how many white families have a black relative because they mama couldn't stay away from that black penis? Or they daddy couldn't stay away from that black cake. You know what I'm saying? You know how many white families actually have a black relative in it? So they'll never get rid of us. So they might as well give up.
That's right. It's time to give up. I saw you.
And every time summertime come, maybe not this summer cause that virus going on, but every summer that I done seen, them little white heifers have them little coochie cutters on and they be on them brothers. That's why a lot of white people upset with the black people cause their children want to sleep with them, you know?
Absolutely.
And turning from their own race.
Yep.
You know, if I see a black brother with a white woman, I'm not mad. If he love her and she love him, I'm happy for them, you know? So I ain't tripping cause he got a white woman. Shit, I ain't want him, so he had to get him somebody, you know? So my thing is, man, we just gotta pray and ask God to help us with our thinking. Cause you know your thinking can mess up your whole life.
Yep. Now, I've seen Miss Arkansas at Bruce Leonard's show at Champagne's when we were allowed to be out of our rooms. And you were there watching a person on stage bombing like we all have bombed. Bombing really good.
I ain't never bombed.
Okay, fine. Me. But anyway, when he bombed, you had a heart of gold. I will never forget you for watching you go into action. You would not. I've seen people bomb and I was afraid that they might go home. Not this guy, but I've seen people in Portland, Oregon, when one guy, he bombed and I swear I thought he was going to go home and kill himself that night.
Well, the young man you talking about, I won't say he bombed. He just didn't give his all, you know, and he was a newcomer. Mm-hmm. And like I told him, you know, when you go to those open mics, you make sure you record yourself, whether it's a video recorder or just an audio recorder. And then you see what the people laughed the hardest at, what they didn't laugh at, or whatever. And you just work on that and come back next week and try it again, you know. And he thanked me about 100 times for talking to him. Cause like you said, he was leaving out there with a sad look on his face. And I didn't want him to leave like that. You know, this ain't the end of your life. Exactly. You can come back here next week and kill it. You know, yeah. you didn't do so well tonight, but you might come back next week and kill it. You just work on what you was trying tonight. You add to it or take away. Don't, if somebody tell you to get rid of it, you better know they getting ready to use it. So don't let nobody tell you to get rid of nothing. They gonna either tell you to work on something or take something out or add something, not get rid of it.
I never saw somebody turn from so wilted and demoralized to so happy and feeling like a part of the comedy. When he left, he felt like he was your equal.
Right.
In comedy. He felt like
and
he was.
You know what, Linda? That's how I love making people feel. I don't feel that I'm bigger or better than nobody, you know, regardless of how long I've been doing comedy and who I done work with or whatever, or who done work with me, you know? So I feel like I said, and I have to always give Cookie a shout out. Cookie looked out for me and gave me them 5 minutes. And what if she hadn't gave me my 5 minutes? So I feel if somebody look out for you, you should always want to look out for somebody.
Exactly. Yeah, I saw that happen in Portland, Oregon. This one guy, he got up there and he was it was his first time, and his material was very dark and the room wasn't having it. And he didn't know how to switch it up to another topic yet. So he delivered a whole 5 minutes of really way too dark material, edgy. And when he got done, you could see he was not emotionally stable about it. And the host gave this floor to somebody else to host and sat with him at the bar for a couple hours. And now he's winning contests in Portland.
Wow.
And hosting shows. But his first time, I swear, and he knows, I swear that he was going to.
Maybe he learned from his mistake, Some people do learn from their mistakes. Some of them have to run their head into a wall a million times before they learn, but you got some can learn right after the first mistake.
Yeah. So what do you want to say to people who are trying comedy that are relatively new at it and trying to be comics? What advice do you have for people that are still hurting, trying to get comfortable on stage?
Well, first of all, I'll say to them, don't let nobody open mic you to death. You know what I'm saying? If you get to a lot of people saying you got to do open mic 5 years and this and that and that. No, you don't. If you funny and you killing it everywhere you go, open mic or no open mic, you start making people pay you for what you are worth, and I tell them, do not sell your soul or your whole just to say you done made it. Don't bend over. Don't give in. If it's meant for you, it's gonna happen. If it ain't meant for you, oh well, just continue to live life and make sure it's something you love. A lot of people, I go to some of these shows and the comedian all mad and frowned up like they done sucked the lemon. If you ain't happy doing this, you don't need to do this. Cause it sometimes it's gonna be, you ain't gonna get no money. Sometimes you might get something to eat or you might get something to drink. I'm talking about the earlier years. They ain't give me that now, but I have accepted that, but some of them ain't gonna give you nothing. But at the same time, if you love what you're doing, you might give them 3 to 5 or something, just because if they got a crowd and it's say 100 people, that's 100 people that know who you are now. That might didn't even know who you was. So go on, give them little 3 to 5. But don't let them, let me tell you, people will use you till you ain't worth being used. So I say, don't let them use you. Don't sell your soul. Don't bend, don't bow. If you fall, get back up. If you fall again, get back up. And then if you fall again, get up and go on somewhere else. Cause that ain't what you trying to do, so and don't never let your pride get in the way where you can't call on me or some of the other comedians that know what they talking about and what they, a lot of us done been through a whole lot. And a lot of us still going through, not me, I ain't going through nothing, but this coronavirus stuff. But I'm just saying, don't let your pride get in the way where you can't reach out to somebody and ask them for some help if you need help. And that's with comedy or anything in life. It ain't just got to be comedy. If you know you need somebody, say something. Don't fall into no depression. Don't feel like you're in this world by yourself, because depression is easy to fall into, but it's so hard getting out of.
That's so true. Yeah. When you look at, like if when I open the door here at my apartment and I go outside, through the pandemic, it's been looking like a third world country sometimes with boarded up doors. And, it's easy to let the state of the world depress you. It is right now. I've seen great, big, huge comics crying on the internet. People are collapsing under all
well, they doing that because that's all they knew. You know what I'm saying? And then a lot of them, they money that they made, they didn't invest in nothing, or they didn't put it up. They bought big houses and big cars and big TVs and pools and this and that and that. And now they got to put their cash out, their Venmo and all this other stuff and have their fans to help them pay for it. So Yeah, a lot of them about to break because they don't know what to do. So I'm waiting on a couple of them with all them cars, and I'm gonna let them know I got about $500 for one of them. So somebody gonna give me one of them cars for that $500. Let this pandemic don't let up in a couple more months. I bet I have me a real nice car. I'm gonna hold on to that 500. Watch, somebody gonna take that 500.
A Rolls Royce for $500.
I don't know, child. It ain't gotta be no Rolls Royce because the parts on that gonna cost a whole lot of money if it break down. I don't want nothing like that. I think I want one of them cars that fly. That way I can fly over everybody, traffic and everything. So give me one of them for the 500.
Plug what you're up to. Tell everybody where to follow you and plug what you're going to be doing in the next couple weeks on Zoom or.
Well, once again, every day except Sunday is zooming through the pandemic with comedian Miss Arkansas. No, we're not going fast. We just going through it together. On tomorrow, my very special guest would be Rodney Perry. Yes, an actor and a comedian. Very hilarious young man. So I'm excited about that. And once again, God have blessed me to interview some amazing people. And it's just getting, like one of my little grandbabies say, gooder and gooder. So I'm excited about that. Tomorrow, look up It's Just Comedy, hosted by comedian Talent out of New York, and catch me on that. And it's some more things coming up. We just gotta take it one day at a time and see, how this thing going, because all these people that's out protesting and stuff, 85% of them don't have masks on, ain't doing social distancing and stuff like that. So we pretty much trying to see if these numbers gonna rise or are they gonna stay the same or what they gonna do before we go to talking about we got this and that going on. But far as the internet itself, I have a comedy show with Berlin West. That's on June the 20th. And I got another show. They just pretty much have to follow Miss Arkansas, and I make sure I post it all. So I'll just say, my name is Arkansas, represents the South. I got me a goal in my mouth. In case you don't know, take a closer look. Make sure you follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook.
There you go.
And if y'all got some money y'all want to give away, my cash app is $ Miss Arkansas Comedy. There's $ MSARKANSASCOMEDY. And guess what? Anytime I ask for something, it's not for me. Please believe I help other people that's in need, whether it's a comedian or a homeless guy out there in the heat on a hot sunny day in Las Vegas. If it ain't nothing but a sandwich and a bottle of water, I'm helping somebody. So please believe if I ask you for anything, it's for somebody else, not for me.
There you go, you guys. You got the most real comic that I know, Miss Arkansas. Follow her, support her, and it doesn't hurt to help her on Cash App.
And it doesn't hurt to go over there to Instagram and help me get my numbers up.
Let's go to Instagram. What are you on Instagram?
I'm Miss Arkansas on everything because that's who I am, Miss Arkansas.
Yeah. See, I told you she's
Miss Arkansas. They'll know it. If they Google me, guess what? It's gonna be 5 white women, me, and Michael Jackson. I don't know where Michael Jackson come from, but you will know that I'm the only one on there that's black. I ain't lying. Somebody else did it, and they were like, "You weren't lying." There's 5 white women, Miss Arkansas, and Michael Jackson. That's what pop up when you Google Miss Arkansas. Holy, so at least I'm up there with Michael Jackson.
Yeah, that's some stuff there.
Right.
Thank you so much for coming on here in the middle of the night, in the middle of a pandemic.
Thank you so much for having me, Linda. And next time you tell me we gonna talk about this stuff. You got my blood pressure all up. Now I gotta go drink me some sweet tea.
Listen, we both entered it together. Got into it.
Like I say, more people need to talk about this. That's how you're gonna get to the bottom of it.
Yes.
By talking, you know.
Yes, and listening to each other. It's about time people listen to each other. And instead of thinking what I'm going to say next.
But you know what? I'm going to say this before I get off of here. It's been that time. Now they want to listen because all their stuff getting burned down. You know? And like I said, I'm not on nobody's side. I love all people because that's what God wants us to do. But at the same time, if you're going to burn down something, don't burn it down in your own neighborhood. You go in their neighborhood and burn down something. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You don't burn up that's like bringing your friends over your house and let them tear your house up. No, you go tear their house up or go outside and tear up something. You don't want nobody in your house to tear up nothing.
When people are out protesting, you know, I don't want to see them taking selfies of themselves and look at me, what I'm doing. I want to see them using the camera to photograph the police brutality.
Right.
That's what these are for. Not so I can be seen. Look at me.
Well, my thing is, I'm just going to keep it real. If I see a police doing something to somebody and they down on them or whatever, I'm just going to take that chance of getting shot. I ain't gonna stand back and video nothing. Thank God for those people that did video, because they wouldn't have never locked them polices up and we hadn't never seen that video. They didn't lock them up because they were wrong. They locked them up because we saw that video. But I would have had to run over there and push him or something. If you gonna tase me or shoot me, you go ahead. Then that's another charge you have if I don't die. You know? But I'm not going to stand around and watch nobody. I wouldn't care what color they are. I'm not going to stand around and watch nobody mistreat nobody.
There we go. That's the answer. Nobody gets mistreated.
Right. Yep. So my prayer is that this all will come to an end, one way or the other.
Yep. It's got to. This is just ridiculous.
Well, I love you, my sister. Don't you let them stress you. Your hair white enough. This a wig. Mine's black under here.
Mine's really gray.
Well, you done earned that. You know what I'm saying? You say you 21 times 3 and 4 or whatever. But
really bad at math.
Right. But you know, once this is all over, which I pray it will be, you know, maybe we can get back on those stages again soon and do some comedy or just hang out and have us a cup of coffee or tea or something, you know?
I would like that. I would like that a lot.
Well, we can do it now. You just gonna have to stay 6 feet.
I know. Every day I go to Denny's down by the Stratosphere. So if you ever want to join me.
Okay. Well, once my grandbaby get home safe or whatever, I'll call you and we'll make that happen.
Okay.
Because I'm going to have my mask and my gloves and my hand sanitizer. And then when I get through, I'm going to come home and throw them clothes in a bag by themselves and then wash the people and whoever else off of me. So ain't nothing wrong hanging out for a little while.
Exactly.
You know, long we ain't with other people and we ain't gotta be 6 feet, not you and I, but we ain't gonna be right up on each other either. So
one last little comedy question.
Okay.
You've been doing umpteen numbers of interviews of everybody in comedy on your Zooming through the pandemic with Miss Arkansas. What's the biggest thing you learned that you didn't know you were going to learn by doing that?
Well, to be honest, nothing. Because at the end of the day,
she's real.
At the end of the day, I love people. And when you got love in your heart, you can't be nothing but love back. So everybody that I have interviewed, those that knew me, love me anyway. And them that didn't know me, love me now.
There you go.
So I just know that when I was coming up, I felt like I was hated by many and loved by few. And I know now that God has turned that thing around. I'm loved by many and disliked by few. I'm not hated by none. They just dislike me, the little few. And that don't even fade me. So, yes.
I know one person here in Vegas for sure that doesn't like me, and it drives me crazy knowing he doesn't like me. It's like I want to take my lipstick tube and go and just smother him with kindness till he likes me, and I have to leave him alone and just let him not
tell me about that one when we off of here.
I know, I can't.
Same time, don't you worry about him. You just keep being Linda. You know what I'm saying? Continue to do what you know is right. And don't worry about that. Because my mother used to say, if ain't nobody put their hand on you, they haven't said nothing. So long as he don't harm you in no kind of way, he could talk till his jaws lock up. You know? You just keep hurting him with your kindness.
That's what I do.
Your comedy. Continue. And every time you see him, you make sure your set is better. That way, you know, he just let him just be mad at that.
I just keep trying to make the comedy better and better. I'm in this race with myself. I got, you know, we got our own demons with ourselves. We don't need to be competing with each other or other people.
Well, I'm here to tell you, I ain't got no demons. I pray all the time. I wake up praying. I go to sleep praying. I pray through the day, through the night. I ain't got no demons. The ones I had is gone. They away from me. If you keep claiming that mess, they gonna overtake you. You quit saying you got demons. You get rid of them few that's in there.
But you know what I mean is that people need to just focus on themselves, making themselves.
You call it what it is. Don't be calling it all that other stuff.
All righty.
The tongue is powerful.
Yeah, you're right.
Deadly.
You cannot be around Miss Arkansas.
One more thing. Let me tell you this.
Wrong.
When I first, the shout out to you for showing me this Zoom thing or whatever, I would eventually figure it out because everybody doing it now. But I thank you for turning me on to it, you know?
You're welcome.
And when I first started this, every time I got ready to interview somebody, I'll say, I got this little Zoom podcast that I do, and I love to interview you. And God said, you take little out of your mouth. And when I took little out my mouth and start saying I got this Zoom podcast that I interview on or whatever, like I say, God been giving me some amazing people. The comedy doctor, the godmother of comedy, the movie directors, film directors, models, designers, and big comedians, and oh my God, so much. And it just showed me if you take little out of whatever it is that you want or you doing, it become big. So like I say, my zooming through the pandemic with Miss Arkansas, I got somebody I'm getting ready to give a call, and I'm gonna see how they go by editing everything and sending it to Netflix.
Wow, that's great. Awesome.
Yes, so if y'all can do it, why I can't do it?
Yeah, exactly. Awesome. You go get it.
Well, I love you, my sister, on the real, and thank you so much for everything you have done. Thank you for all of your love and support.
You betcha. You got it.
You are appreciated, and long as you don't lose your mind, you won't lose a friend.
Thank you. I won't lose my mind.
All right.
I could use a dog. You have an extra dog.
Well, you know what? Before I let you go, one day, you know, we as comedians, we always entertaining people and trying to make people happy and joyful and you know, have a good day. And then when we having a bad day, we try to keep it to ourselves because we don't want nobody to see us not smiling or happy or whatever. So I put on Facebook one day, almost 2 months ago. I just said, God, I know you are with me, but I sure wish I had a dog or something. And my friend Annette, she breeds Shih Tzus. And she said, I have one for you if you want it. And when I tell you this dog act like we've been together forever, he got nothing but love for me. I love him. We like Ludacris. When I move, he moved just like that. So I'm so thankful for her. I thank her for her love and friendship. Like I say, she one of the ones I've been friend with forever. We go back like LeBron James hairline, way back. So that's my sister, not my friend. But
yeah,
I love my puppy. Matter of fact, on the 18th, he got an appointment at 1:00 with a groomer. They got their little groomer mobile. They gonna come by and take him outside and hook him up. So it ain't like he gotta go nowhere for real. And I'm gonna let him know, don't send him back in here looking like no rat. You send him back in here looking like a clean up dog. So, but because right now his hair all in his eyes, it done grown so long. And I tried to be a groomer during this pandemic, bought some pet clippers, and I tried to cut his little hair. He wouldn't be still. I heard something say, yeah. And before I knew it, there were 3 big patches gone. But since we've been in this pandemic, his hair have grown back. You don't know that ever happened, but I'm not gonna try it again. I'm gonna let the people that know what they doing do
it. next
I learned in this pandemic that I'm not. Look, I learned in this pandemic that I'm not a groomer, a dog groomer.
That's a very important lesson to learn.
Right. Well, one more time before we get off of here, like I said, I just love for everybody that know how to pray, to just pray that my grandson have a safe flight back home.
Absolutely. What time does he leave tomorrow?
At 11 a.m.
All right, we'll cover him in prayer.
Thank you.
You betcha. I love you, my sister.
I love you more.
No, I love you more.
If my light was a little brighter, it'll look like I'm white. And if your light was a little darker, it'll look like you black. You heard me? So
let's see what I look
turn it off.
There we go.
Right. There we go. I love you, Linda. You have a good night, and thank you so much for calling on me.
Love you. Miss Arkansas, follow her, support her. And her Cash App is $
Miss
Arkansas Comedy.
And if you would like to be interviewed by Miss Arkansas, please hit me up in my inbox, or however you have to contact me. Just contact me and we'll make it happen.
Right now,
all my week number 10 is filled, and week number 11 is almost filled. So I'm just excited.
Yes.
I'm so excited. Woo-hoo. I just can't hide it. I'm about to lose control, and I think I like it.
We got to go do karaoke again.
We can do it on here one night.
Okay.
Okay. Well, right. You have a good night.
Good night. Love you.
Love you too.
Bye.
Bye.
Everybody's talking at the comic spot. The comic spot.